Miles at Wilco Land. I've got a few new properties in Crow Wing County, Minnesota. I'm going to go over all of them in this video. There's 3 properties specifically I want to touch base on. So what our company does, we buy and sell raw land across the country. A few of these happen to be around Garrison, Minnesota, Mille Lacs Lake. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to go through some photos. You can see a couple of them here at the top of the screen I'm looking at on our Wilco Land website. And you can see this third one down here as well. We sold property back here in this neighborhood. I've driven to actually, I think 2 or 3 of these, all of them, or at least 2 of them myself. So what I see back here is RVs, camping, people building mobile homes, things like that. So, whether it's recreation, someplace to live, or like a little vacation bug out spot, this is going to work for that. A lot of these properties you'll have to take a look. Some of them are in kind of some like wetland inventory, and I'll show you how to look that up on Crow Wing County's GIS system. This property itself, one thing I want to touch on, feel free to go visit it. I went and looked at this myself. You can do something like using GPS coordinates, and I really strongly recommend using onX, the hunting app. It shows parcel lines if you use the filter or the layer system, and you can actually see the dot on your phone walking around the property. These properties are mostly overgrown back here. Some of them have some cleared spaces, but you'll have to clear it out a little bit yourself. And so the way you're going to access these, a lot of vacant land does not have an address. So let me show you what you can do. You can simply copy and paste these coordinates, and you can see that on a map, right? This is like kind of a gravel road I got back here on. So let me show you the next thing I would do. You can use Google Earth, which I have a file right here. So we can download Google Earth for this property, and we can go here and open it up. So that is one option. So we're going to do it with this property. We're going to take a look at the aerial imagery. I share aerial imagery in here too. You can see that there is a platted out road here, and you can actually drive down this. So I have driven down it. And you can barely see it in here. Here's the parcel ID, just giving you some measurements on our website here, showing you where that is. So you can see this is a road I took. And again, using GPS coordinates might be kind of hard to find. You might need to get surveyed at some point, contact some local surveyors, see how much a small property like this might cost you. But that's kind of what you're looking at. And I'm assuming this file is opened up. So you can look at this yourself. And what I like to look at is nearby ownership too, nearby structures. So like somebody was able to build super close to you here. So that's an example of a buildable lot. A lot of this is overgrown. You might not even see houses back here, but I really did not see much. Here's somebody's house back here at the end of the block. So this road is being traveled. Like I said, I've been there. You go around the corner here, I believe, comes around here, and it gets you here. The property's right here. So it's going to be hard to probably identify it without the app onX. Use the GPS coordinates. Even the corner coordinates will work on your phone when you're out here to try and walk it at least. But at least you get an idea of what you're buying, right? And, if we look it up on Crow Wing County's database here, I can pull it up by the parcel ID number. I'll get to the other 2 properties as well, but I can pull it up by the parcel ID number and start to look into GIS, look into like wetland inventory and stuff. They have a great GIS map. Crow Wing County does. And I searched the legacy parcel ID there. Going through it, I've got a tutorial video on how to use Crow Wing County's GIS system as well. So what I would do here is if I'm curious if this is like part of wetlands, because that's kind of a deciding factor if you can build. National Wetland Inventory is one thing. This area is kind of like popular for being, having some wetlands back here. So you can see as I zoom out, it starts to show up on a map, and you can go through all these different filters. I take it off and it's off. So you can go through all these different filters and see, where the trails are, what soil types there are. So this is really cool. The GIS program that Crow Wing County offers. All of the properties here that I'm discussing, like I said, camping, RVing, potentially buildable, mobile homes back here, recreational lots too. We're seeing a lot of that back here. It's a pretty area, super close to Mille Lacs Lake. I'll pull it up on a map and give you a bird's eye view of where we're talking about. This Roosevelt Township subdivision, that's just south of Garrison, right next to Mille Lacs Lake here on the west side of the lake. So let's look at the other 2 properties we have. It's a 0.73. I like this one a lot, actually. And then there's these 3 adjoining lots, which is going to increase your opportunity to build increase the opportunity you have. It totals 1.53 acres. I went to this property too. There's all 3 lots here showing. Great property, kind of across the road. You can see here, there's somebody's house. So I would say this is probably going to be a buildable property. You can search it in Crow Wing counties database here. Like I said, again, using the GPS coordinates to look it up on a map and downloading the file here. We'll take a look at it on Google Earth. Touching on utilities, all of our properties back here are vacant. They're undeveloped. They're going to probably need a little bit of clearing, just depending on what property you're looking at. There's no well or septic in on any of our properties. That's going to be something you have to put in the future, or you can contact the city or the county about your public utilities, right? Power lines is not something I'd worry a ton about. We see power lines running around these roads, and you can see people have developed over here as well. So that's all a really great sign when you look at Crow Wing County's database. I'll pull up one of these parcel IDs and we can take a look at it again. Go there. I'll go to the GIS map and we can filter by layers. And this one's going to be a little wet in some areas. So let's go to wetland inventory. I did have a photographer go out here and they said it was pretty dry. So this property itself is mostly dry. I believe it should be this one as well, would be ours. Let's get rid of all this. Yep. So this is 1, 2. So you can see the front end of the property has a lot of that. And we can see that this is another one. These are all 3. So I was correct. This one's totally dry. This one's great. So there is a little, so this is like county ditch area. You can go to Legend if you want, and we can go down and look and see what that is. Water features seasonally, wet meadow, shallow marsh, deep marsh, municipal and industrial activities. So I can't even tell what color that is, to be honest with you. It looks like maybe shrub or municipal. I'm slightly colorblind, to be honest with you. So yeah, anyhow, we've got mostly dry here, little wetland here, but this is a ton of space. I mean, this is a, what is this? Probably like 0.6 acres right here, plus another third of an acre. You probably have a full acre to build on and develop. So definitely doable. Other things I look at, you know, do people develop on these type of things? Look at your neighbors. If you see the same similar topography, it's going to be good to go. So definitely something I consider this more than likely developable. And that's why it's priced where it is with the acreage amount you get for recreation and development or camping in your RV or your mobile home. So again, we can pull this up on using GPS coordinates. You'll be able to find this one, no problem. I'll pull these up for you. And we're on right off Dogwood. So you can see that if we did a bird's eye view, this is where we're at again. Lastly, I'll let you kind of dive into this 0.73 acre on yourself, but this is a really great property as well. I'm into this property. I was out there myself, and I'll pull it up on Google Earth just to give you a bird's eye view. We talked about utilities. I showed you guys how to hop on Crow Wing County's GIS program. Just Google Crow Wing County parcel search, and that'll come up. So not too far away. There's those 3 lots we just looked at. Not too far away is this parcel. This is definitely going to be some sort of marsh wetlands back here, but somebody developed on all this. Great sign about that. Again, we've got a bunch of road frontage here. You can probably even get Google Street Views. You want to drop down and check out what the neighborhood is like. So this one's right off the highway. Potential, maybe the county would let you put something commercial right there. Commercial activities, that's TBD, but this almost looks like a structure there. And there's some structures here. So this side of the road looks good. Another property that might be developable. You got to get with the county on that. There's a lot that goes into building that I probably can't help you out with, but that's kind of the story on these properties. They're cool. This is a cool area. I drove through it. If you're looking for kind of a getaway spot, looking for a place to hang out on the weekends, look no further. I think you might have found your spot here. So again, my name's Miles McLaughlin. My blog page is a bunch of educational resources for these properties. Look forward to hearing from you. We do offer seller financing on all of our properties. We're always open to cash offers as well. So hope you're having a good Friday and enjoy yourself. Take care.